Hello. Sorry, I was having some technical difficulties, but if you've ever seen my show before, that is to be expected. Welcome back. I am Don't Starving. I should probably take the mustache off, huh? So I'm gonna play some more Don't Starve. Today I'm gonna play Adventure Mode. I've never done that. I don't know how it's different, but we're gonna find out. I just had a very devastating death. Oh, Bull of Eight likes my mustache, thanks. I just had a very devastating death. I was on day 55, and this is a life that I started a few days ago, so it was before the winter update, but the winter update still took effect. So I built a winterometer, and I figured, 20 days in, I'll be at day 40 or 64, because I was at, 44 the time of the update. I thought, okay, good. So I'm in pretty good shape, right? Because I've already got these farm plots, and I just have to, gather food and get ready for winter. I built a winter hat. I was set. I was so ready to go. I had enough food to last me through winter, and I was still harvesting, and I had my rabbits lined up, and I had bee mines and a little arena for where the hounds could, come and, they would come through, and I'd put the bee mine down, and then bee boxes to help attack them. Oh, it was gorgeous. I had a flower garden. I had a berry garden. I had a garden. Oh, it was beautiful. And I was just saying last night to my husband, I'm so proud of this setup right now. I'm so pleased, and I really want to show it off. But I want to do it tomorrow. I said I don't want to do any more recording tonight. So I figured, okay, so I'll wait until it gets near to winter, and then I'll start, and I will broadcast as I survive the winter, because I was gonna. I mean, there was no way I wasn't gonna survive that winter. So I went to get a mandrake, because as you may or may not know, that since the winter update, you need a mandrake to make a pan flute. And I had been cutting down an awful lot of trees, and I thought, it's only a matter of chops before a tree guard spawns, and I wanted to be ready. So I was going to go make a pan flute, and I thought, well, I know where the mandrakes are. They're up near, not even far from my camp. They were near some beefalo and some pigs, and I thought, I'll shave some beefalo while I'm here. I don't think the winter hat deteriorates, but just in case, I'll shave some beefalo. I still don't know what went wrong. And my daughter was even sitting right behind me, and she doesn't know what went wrong. But those beefalo woke up, and they were not pleased. I didn't even notice if it was mating season. There was no time. The sun was up, I was dead. I didn't even know they were angry. I didn't even know they were gonna be angry. I sat there for a good 2 minutes just in total awe. Hey, you jerk. I've never had a frog that difficult to kill. Anyway, I don't know. I didn't notice the last time I shaved some beefalo. Bullet Bay says, maybe because you're wearing a hat of them. I wasn't wearing a beefalo hat, actually. I wasn't wearing any hat. Maybe that's the problem. So I don't remember the first time if I shaved them, if they woke up mad. I don't even know if I was there in the morning when they woke up the first time I shaved them. I don't know if it was mating season. I just know that they woke up and I was dead. And I'm still sad. I'm so sad. I even had, and this is the clinch here, 2 amulets. 2 amulets in my inventory. If you're not familiar, an amulet is a trinket that you can either craft or dig up from graves. I found both of mine while grave robbing. And if equipped, when you die, you will come back to life, and whatever was attacking you will be asleep. I didn't think the beefalo were going to wake up and kill me for breakfast, or I would have equipped one. I had no idea. I'm so mad. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm not even paying attention to what I'm doing right now. I'm just walking around clicking on things. I'm so upset. Oh, okay. So, I just noticed that up here it says Day 1, World 1. The world refers to the world, obviously, and the way to get to World 2, and I know this because I asked some people in the forum because I didn't know the point of the teleportado. Basically, you walk around and you find things. There's a box thing, and a spring thing, and a ring thing, and a crank thing, and you put them on the wooden thing. And then when you activate it, it makes a teleporter, and the guy asks you, would you like to be transported to another world? And you can say yes or you can say no. Your inventory remains. You get to keep everything in your inventory and in your backpack, but you get a new map. You basically just start over with a new map, and it's my understanding that every time you do this, it gets progressively harder. And I don't think there's an end to the game yet, but I think there will be, and that's how you get to it. However many worlds they decide to put in, they'll put them, and then when you get through them, I guess the only goal is to build the teleportado in each world. I don't really know. We're gonna find out. I've never played adventure mode before. I've always just done sandbox. As far as I know, that's the only difference. The gameplay, the mechanisms, all that should be the same. I don't see any reason why they wouldn't be. But because the goal is to teleportado, I'm not going to spend too much time on a camp and farms. Obviously, I'm going to have to farm a little bit, but not like my last setup where I had... God, I had 6 turbo farm plots and 3 of the other kinds. I was set. In fact, I kind of think I might have had more food than I would have been able to eat until it spoiled. That's how much food I had. I think winter's 15 days, and I had, I think I had like 13 meals, and then enough ingredients to make another 10. Ugh, I'm so mad. I'm so mad. But I don't want to get discouraged. I was just doing so well. And I never got to show you guys. That's what upsets me. I never got to show you guys my awesome, awesome world. My awesome, awesome farm. And my flower garden was so pretty. My 2 bee boxes that were overflowing with honey. Where I lived was really great because I lived on grasslands like this, right next to a forest, and on the edge of a swamp. I actually had to go through like the corner of the swamp to get to the forest, and then just above that was more grasslands, and that's where there were pigs and beefalo and the mandrakes. So even if I didn't have my little arena set up where I could easily kill hounds, all I had to do was run to the beefalo or the pigs, and they would have saved my life. It was so great. There was no way I could have died, except for, you know, angry beefalo. Maybe I wasn't gentle and I gave one of them a little nick while shaving. That'll piss him off. I am a fan of short nights. I get really bored at night and just run circles around my fire pit. So I'm really happy that when you start, it's only 1 minute. I just noticed it didn't snow. Every game I've started since the winter update, it snowed on the first night. I have noticed since the winter update, I don't know if anybody else has, sanity seems to drain faster. Like a lot faster. I should go explore at night, says Weasel. That is death. The only thing I'm going to find at night is death. Because Gru comes and kills me. And I can only afford 1 hit at a time from him. But sometimes what I do, like when I was set up and had my awesome everything, I had 2 ice boxes right next to my crock pot, and I would cook at night. I would just stand there and moving ingredients around and rotating the stock. And that's how I would spend my nights. So I don't really know why I'm still collecting flowers. What I usually do with them is collect them and let them rot and use them for fertilizer, but I don't know that I'm going to be doing much farming. This does seem awfully rich in resources, but then again, it's only the first world, and apparently each world gets a little bit harder. A little bit more scarce on the resources and a little bit tougher on the mobs. So, I don't know. I don't know how far I'll get, but... Being in the pitch black kills you in 2 hits. 1.5, really. 1 hit from the Gru, which is the guy that lives in the dark, takes 66.6 hit points. Yeah. And I only ever have 100 at a time, so no good. In fact, if you ever watch my very first play of this, it's on my other account. It's on the show called Freckles Plays, which is on the Rocket Demon Network. I didn't know that. I didn't know that just being in the dark would kill you. What does picking grass do for me? I notice you're picking a lot, says Bullet Bait. Grass is used in crafting. It's used to make a campfire. It's used to make rabbit traps and a backpack. That's what I should have made. I should make a backpack. Yeah, I found out the dark was bad really quickly when I died 6 minutes into my first game ever. I didn't know that you can... I figured, you know, okay, it's gonna get dark. Well, I've played games before where it gets dark. It gets dark in Minecraft. It gets dark in, you know, Borderlands. It's nighttime, no big deal. It's just darker. It's pitch black. You can see nothing until, you know, the bright red of you getting hit, and then you die. And then it says you have died. You survived 0 days. So, not my proudest moment, but a learning experience. I honestly didn't really realize how much grass I was picking. I think I was just clicking on things while I'm yapping my trap. That's really what I do. Carrots are really good. I'm gonna stop picking grass because right now they're just taking up inventory slots. For something I can't even eat. Twigs are definitely good though because I need them to make tools. I also need them to make traps. Is that right? Did I just lie to you? Yeah, twigs for traps. Flint is good for tools too. So I definitely need that. In previous games I had been making a lot of gold tools because I figured, you know, I have the gold and it's not like you can spend it. But I definitely always keep flint on me in my inventory. Because if I'm out and about and I use up my tool, my gold tool or whatever runs out, I have to be able to make another one. I almost hate how many inventory slots get used up by tools. Because sometimes I'm like, oh, well, you know, I really want to pick up this, you know, carrot. But I have so many things and, you know, half of them are tools. Do I really need this shovel? I'm like, well, what if I need a shovel and I don't have one? You know, what if I come across a grave and I really want to rob it, but I don't have a shovel. And let's just make another one. Don't attack the pigs or spider dens, and I suggest you read stuff on the wiki first. Yeah, Bullet Bait, do you have... Oh, you just bought this game today. Okay. Yeah, so he says that he's going to do a crash course first. Good idea. I have, as I was mentioning, I think I mentioned on yesterday's show, I always have the wiki open on my second monitor. I don't do too much, I don't watch any Let's Plays, and I stay away from anything that could be spoiler-ish, because I do this show, I really like discovering things, coming across things that I just had no idea was going to happen. And I think that my reaction to things unexpected is part of the fun. So I don't really go reading too much about it, and I don't watch any other videos about it. I just play it, and then if I come across something that, you know, I find insurmountable or I'm just too curious about, I'll look it up on the wiki. But I've only started doing that maybe a few days ago. Before I would, oh, I'm curious about this. Well, let's find out. For days, I avoided the wormholes. Every time I get near one, I would, oh, no, go, panic and run away because I thought, you know, it's gonna eat me, it's gonna kill me. I saw teeth. Of course it's bad for me, it's got teeth. And then one day I was early on in a game, I think I was on like day 4, and I didn't have that much stuff, and I was like, you know, at this point, if I fall in and die, it's not that big a deal. It's, you know, so what? And I jumped in it, and I was really glad I did, because it was fun. I mean, all it does, if you don't know, the wormholes, they take you to somewhere else on the map. So this is what I've discovered so far, and the wormhole maybe take you somewhere down here, or wherever. I mean, it could be right over here, it could be super close. It's, as far as I know, it's totally random, but they've actually proved quite useful. If I set up somewhere and I'm not near a resource that I really need, like beefalo, or you know, a lot of trees or whatever, then I can just jump in the wormhole and go farm that resource and jump back in. The only downside is, yeah, I'm going to talk about that in a second. So the only downside to the wormhole is that it takes 15 sanity points, your brain up here. But if you have flowers to pick or a garland or something to eat, it's not a big deal. Weasel says, I keep waiting for the fire to spread to the grass you made it on. That's funny you should say so, because another thing that I was really cautious about at first was this biome. I would not build a fire on this ground, because I was like, that's going to spread, you know, logic, hello. It's straw, it's super flammable, so I wouldn't for the longest time, and then again, I was like, well, I've got nothing to lose right now. I'm not that far in. I may as well give it a shot. And if it works, it works. And if not, you know, not much down the drain. But it doesn't, obviously. Now this is the biome where beefalo live. And I'm mad at them right now as a species. I always like to live near them because their manure is invaluable as fertilizer. But I haven't decided if I'm going to do any farming. I guess it depends on how soon I can find the things to make the teleportado. There are carrots flipping everywhere, man! I will need to farm at the rate I keep finding carrots. Good grief. All of your world's none beefalo? Nolan says all of his world's none. I think we're talking about beefalo. Weasel says I really enjoy the mining sounds. The sounds are just one of the tiny little attention to detail that makes me love this game. There's just so many little nuances that are just, you know, I mean, at first glance it doesn't look like anything special, but then you play it and you watch it and you listen to it, and it's so much thought went into it. One of my favorite things that I noticed, and it cracks me up every time I notice, watch the guy's legs when you run. But I love I love how his legs go from side to side. It's just the cutest thing in the world to me. I can't get over it. I just remembered as I looked at that frog that one of the things they did do in the winter update was they made, as far as I can tell, all of the mobs got a little buff. So that's why that frog, I had commented before on frogs being the absolute easiest thing to kill, because you can, you know, click on them from across the freaking map and say attack, and you'll attack them before they can hurt you at all. But that last frog actually did kind of a number on me. And that one just stole some grass. Their sticky tongues knock stuff out of your inventory. Which I didn't know until, like, what, yesterday, when I was playing and that happened. Because one has never gotten a hit on me before. That's a mosquito. They're really hard to kill, and they're stupid and annoying. There's no point to them as far as I know right now, but I think maybe there's going to be at some point. Man, I just keep thinking about my last life. How awesome was I? had just organized my chests, and this might sound like a really stupid thing, but I used to do it in Minecraft all the time too. I had all of my inventory, my chests organized. I had one for sticks and stones and one for animals, because yes, I put live rabbits in chests. And I had one for animal byproducts, you know, like stingers and spider webs and hound's teeth. Everything was so nice and perfect. I was getting it all ready to show you guys, and you were going to be so impressed. And now all I have to do is take my word for it and listen to me bitching about beefalo. I'm so mad. Rabbits are still pretty easy to kill. You just attack them from the far side of their hole. They try to run away, and you say, I don't think so. And you smack them. Oh, I should be able to do silence. So as I've mentioned before, and you've probably noticed, I check my map every 3 seconds. And whenever I'm exploring any biome, I have to go out to the shore. I always just feel compelled to go all the way to the shore and circle the whole thing. And that way I know that I'm at the edge and I didn't miss something. Like flint. And a flower. I guess what I should do is try to find a forest and look for the things and build a teleportato. Because I don't want to... I guess I should collect as much stuff as I can, considering I get to take my inventory, and resources are going to be more scarce in World 2. So I'll collect what I can on my way to the potato. What is taking a long time for me to get used to is long dusk. Before winter, dusk was rather short, and night was 2 minutes. I guess dusk was probably also 2 minutes, and then daytime was 4 minutes. And whenever dusk would come by, I would kind of just start preparing to hunker down and getting my fire ready and just kind of stand there and go, well, I don't really want to wander too far away from my fire because then it's dark and it's nighttime and that's bad. So then the first couple summer nights I've been, you know, it'll get dim like this, it'll start getting to dusk, and I'll just build a fire and then stop doing anything. I'm like, wow, I've been standing here doing nothing for a really long time. It's because I'm not used to it being dusk for so long. So you can see me hiding behind that tree, but I was building a new axe. Usually I'll have a shovel too, and I'll dig these stumps up, because that gives you another log. And it doesn't leave stupid tree trunks all over the place. This is what I usually do at night. Because it's better than just standing there doing nothing. Oh, do they give you the winter is coming message? You know, I'm really surprised, but I don't think I've seen it once. I think they maybe purposefully stayed away from it, but I've definitely said it a few times when talking about the update. What was it, yesterday, the update came out? Was it just yesterday? I was saying it all day to my roommate. Work was grueling yesterday. I just wanted to come home and play the winter And then I died on my second night. My second night in winter, I died. I didn't freeze to death though, and I didn't starve. But I went. Well, I probably would have starved if I'd stayed alive long enough to. But I went totally insane. And while being insane doesn't kill you directly, when you're insane, things happen that make it increasingly difficult to stay alive. And what happened to me was my hallucinations came to life, and I had 2 hostile hallucinations at once. And while I'm fighting them, while I was fighting my hostile hallucinations, my pig that I had tamed turned were, because it was a full moon. And any pig outside on a full moon will turn into a werepig. So that happened. Which actually could have been my saving grace. Can I get through there? Because if you have tamed a pig... Why does it look like I'm... Okay, I'm on my way. Well, okay, once you've tamed a pig, you cannot hurt it. You can't attack it. But if it turns into a werepig, it's no longer your friend, and it's hostile, and you can attack it. So it was actually kind of a blessing that he turned into a werepig, because I was able to kill him and get some meat that I could cook and eat, though at that point it was, the damage was done, and it wasn't enough. The hallucinations ultimately did me in. Alright, so this is a forest biome, and this is where... Chester! This is where you usually find the components to make the teleporter. Hey, Don! Lord X is in the chat. He says, hey, still alive? Well, it's only day 4, and I just died. Thanks for rubbing it in. This is my buddy Chester. I don't know if you've ever met him before. He is a portable storage device. And when you find this eye bone, you control him. As long as I have that in my inventory, come on, he'll follow. If I set it down, then he'll stay. Usually once I make camp, I set it down because I don't want him to get hurt. I actually burned him one time. I burned him alive in a forest fire, and it was really sad. I didn't mean to, I just didn't think about it. I started a lot of forest fires to get charcoal. It just didn't even occur to me that Chester was with me, and he burned up and died. It's very tragic. So I leave him at home now when I go out gallivanting, but that's not even 100% safe because one time hounds killed him right in my own front yard. Okay, oh, here's what I'm gonna do. Since I've got some things that are taking up more than one inventory slot, I will put them in Chester. Good, no more repeats. The worst is when I run out of inventory slots and I'm so frustrated I can't carry more, and then I realize I've got like 6 pine cones over here and then 20 over here. So frustrating. Oh, the spiders are have been buffed as well. They attack more viciously. They jump at you now early on. They used to only jump on you if they came from, I think, a level 3 den, and now they jump from level 2, I want to say. Alright, I want to do science. I think I'm going to do that here. I'll set up my science machine. I do mean to set them. Lord X says only you can prevent forest fires unless you mean to set them. I do mean to set them, but they almost always get a little more out of hand than I intended. But that's okay, because then I just get more charcoal. And every once in a while I'll burn a bird or a pig or a butterfly and I'll get some unexpected goodies. Oh, look how fun! Oh, there's a ring of flower petals around the ring thing. This is the first... Double Helix found the box thing yesterday and said, why is it in an altar? It had like a square of stone floor around it and a pillar on each corner. And then I thought, well, I guess that's just the way the components are found now. And this one is neat too. It's on a little square of grass with a ring of flowers around it. That's cool. I usually put these things in Chester. And then I'm going to pick the flowers. But one thing I learned, I think I learned it yesterday or the day before, which is super fun. If you catch butterflies with a net, with a bug net, you can plant them as flowers. Oh, that is super cute. Lordex says, my favorite death was Becca, his wife, wondering what happens when you click on the beehive with the axe. Yeah, that's fun. I didn't know you guys played this game. I've done some pretty boneheaded things, though. I can't really laugh at Becca for that. What did I do that was super dumb? I've definitely whacked beehives before. Oh, the other day I hit one. I needed to kill it because I needed the honeycomb. But I was like, I'll just hit it and then run, and then once the bees are gone, I'll finish killing it. First whack, and 5 killer bees come out of it. Oh, here's a wormhole. I'm not going to take it right now because I don't know what's on the other side and it's almost dark. And apparently, Chester will follow you if you have the iPhone in your inventory. That's down here, not your backpack, which are these little auxiliary slots off to the side. Where did I put my fire? I am the worst. There it is. There's lots of trees here I can cut down while it's nighttime. Take that, nature. Lordex, how long have you stayed alive? What's your longest life? Oh, gotta go. Bye, Bullet Babe. Thanks for stopping by. 0 days? What about Becca? I'm taking it she's the one that plays, yeah. There's 4 save slots, you know, you can both play. Also, when she bought it, she probably got a gift copy. She could give me. Well, how long has Becca stayed alive? You've seen 5, but then you went to work. 5 days? My first time playing, I stayed alive for 0 days. Because I didn't know I needed a fire at night. I was just telling that story. It was hilarious. My longest life is 130 days. And I was pretty proud of that. But Helix has already beat that. He's on day like 139 or 140 or something. 0 days is the time she attacked the living tree. I'm surprised she got a tree guard that early on. Maybe it's random, but I thought that you had to cut down a lot of trees to get... we call them Ents, but they're not called Ents unless they're called tree guards. But yeah, that... I was killed by one of those the other day. Now, before the winter update, and in the sandbox mode, all of the components to the teleporter were in pretty close proximity. But I think I read something earlier today that that implied that that's no longer the case. And it would, I guess, be silly if that was the case in adventure mode when the main idea is to travel from world to world, and I totally forgot to eat. Duh, it's only the name of the game. What's Lordex says, so what's the adventure mode and winter update? Adventure mode is the mode that I'm playing right now. I don't know exactly how it differs from sandbox mode, except that when you teleport, it goes to World 2. See, you can see up here it says Day 5, World 1. It goes to World 2. And it's my understanding that each successive world gets a little more challenging. I don't think it does right now, but I think it will at some point have an ending. So, like, you can beat the game. But I have no idea. So far, that's the only difference I've noticed. Everything... this map seems really, really rich in resources. If I got this map on a sandbox mode, I would be loving it. Because I've already found, what, 40 carrots, and I'm on day 5? I mean, that's pretty good. Wow, looks like my 6th pickaxe. This type of land always makes me a little bit nervous because this is where, well, there's often spiders on this type of land, and this is where you find tall birds. And tall birds can be vicious. I mean, sometimes whether you touch their eggs or not, or go near them or not, they will just chase you until one of you dies. And it's usually me. It's usually me. But they're unforgiving. Even if you've done nothing that you need forgiveness from. They're just jerks. And there's a piggy. Hi, piggy! I like to live near pigs. Can you build a pick out of a harder material? No, but you can build it out of a softer material and it lasts longer. You can actually make, once I make an alchemy engine, which I can build after I build a science machine, you can build tools. You can build the 3 basic tools, the pickaxe, the shovel, and the axe out of gold. And they last longer. It takes just as many hits to knock something down, but they last longer. Probably works out better to use flint because it's easier to find. The gold tools last, I think it's 4 times longer, but flint is probably way more than 4 times as plentiful, so whatever. It's a pain in the ass to have to make the tools so often, so sometimes I'll make a gold one, but only if I've got way more gold than I'm ever going to need for crafting purposes. But I don't really mind. When I've got this much flint all over the place, I'm not really that worried about it. I'm gonna check out this spider den. Come on, spider, I want to fight you. But only one of you. I want you to stay here, Chester, because I want you to get hurt, okay? Yes! Love when they give me silk instead of mustard meat. Oh. And your brother wants to fight me too. Come on, come on. Of course, I had to open my mouth about not wanting monster meat, and now that's what I'm getting. Come on. Come on, guy. Come on. Ah. I was worried I was going to chase him and get too far away from my fire. Ooh, another one. Come on. Oh, that's what I did the other day that was... I was such a bonehead. It was after the winter update, so I didn't really know what was going on. Set the den on fire. I probably will. I usually do. I walked up to a level 1 spider den, and I was feeling overly confident for whatever reason. And I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna take a swing at this spider den so that they all come out and I can kill them and I can get a bunch of silk, because I needed silk. It was a level 1, right? I mean, how scary can it be? Famous last words. Literally, last words. 2 warrior spiders. Warrior spiders are a golden color, and they jump at you, and they're a lot harder to kill. Oh, that startled the crap out of me. Come on, dude. The problem is they don't like my fire. So they're not going to come over and fight me in the light, which is what I want them to do. So it's forest fire time, and that's how you start a forest fire. That's how I do it. And then put one as close to your fire as you can, and then over fuel it. And there we go. Oh, Chester, no! I didn't just burn up the eye bone, did I? Oh no, it's in my inventory. Chester, no! Damn it! I thought he was safe. How did that happen? I'm having a bad day. Shit. They'll respawn, but it'll take like 4 days. I'm just gonna eat all my stuff now to make room in my inventory. I'm gonna put these stupid flower petals down. Well, might as well make another thing. God damn it. Chester's roasting on an open fire. Thanks, Lord X. That's hilarious. Okay, so I want the ring thing. What? How's... Oh, I don't want that. Son of a bitch! I'm gonna eat these. Because somehow eating stuff I don't need is better than letting it go to waste. Okay. I've got 120 rocks already. I'm just gonna organize everything so I know what I'm doing. I should keep that. I don't want that. I don't need that. Ah! Don't eat that! That's bad! Stop picking that up, stupid! Twigs, logs, I need 3 logs. I think I can let that go. But now, if I find anything else, I'm not going to be able to use it. Monster meat. I'm not going to eat it. Don't eat it! Damn it! I meant to drop it. It made my health go down. And my sanity. Good job. I'm a freaking genius. Poor Chester. I barely knew him. At least I burnt down the freaking den. I'm gonna pick some more flowers, but I'm not gonna keep them. Because picking flowers raises your sanity 5 points per flower. Can my pitchfork die again? These things are far apart. I'm still looking for more components to the teleporter. Now that my inventory's full, I think I can probably pretty safely move on. Okay, my sanity's full. That makes sense. Carrots growing out of rock. That's good. Good thing this thing's grounded in reality. course, in reality, I can't store stuff in my dog either. Well, I can, it's just not in good condition when I get it back. I can't carry any more stuff. I'm gonna keep busting these open, but I'm only gonna take the flint and the gold. Good grief. Though this is probably the earliest I've ever come across this many boulders. Boulders are one of... Oh, I'm full on flint too. Boulders are one of very few non-renewable resources. Hi, Zelda! The other is mandrakes. I talked a little bit about those earlier. Mandrakes are a root that you find. There's only ever 3 or 4 per map, and they usually spawn pretty close to each other in a forest biome, which is this lighter green grass near flowers. If you pick one during the day, it will die immediately. If you pick one at night, it makes really cute sounds and it bops alongside you as you walk around. And I wanted that flint. As far as I know, mandrakes and boulders are the only non-renewable resource. Oops. Crazy XD says, is this game like survival based? Because I keep hearing about this game. Yes. In fact, that is the entire purpose of this game, is to survive. This is an adventure mode, and I'm not sure where this one leads or when it ends or anything. I've never played adventure before. But the sandbox mode, the entire point is to see how long you can live. And right now I'm just collecting resources so that I can not starve. There's actually one trick that I just thought of the other day, and I don't know, it's kind of cheap, but it works. It's a workaround to only having so many inventory slots. I'll show you guys because I like you guys. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a second backpack. And you can only carry one backpack. You can't even put a backpack in an inventory slot. Oh, I need a freaking fire. But what you can do is make a second backpack. And let me just make sure there's nothing in this first one that I'm going to need right away. In fact, I don't even need to carry pine cones with me right now. I'll just cut them down. Okay. So I'm filling the second backpack. I don't need to put that over there. I'll fill it mostly with rocks, because I'm not going to need those. Certainly not going to need all of them anytime soon. Let me cook a carrot. Okay, so I've got my second backpack. That's weird. Okay, I've got it filled. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up my first backpack and I'm going to equip it in my backpack slot. So then, when I pick up my full backpack, it's going to stay connected to my cursor. And I can do anything with that. That doesn't prevent me from doing really anything. The only difference, because you can play by clicking on things to go over. Like, if I drop this, see how it says mine, and I can go over and mine it, or I can click on the flint to pick it up. Or you can just walk over to it and hit space, and you'll do whatever you need to do. So I can hold my backpack and just keep it connected to my cursor. And then whenever I get where I'm going, I just put it down and it acts like a chest, or I could take the stuff out of it and put it in a chest. So it's kind of cheaty, but you know, whatever. It works, right? So I'm gonna do it. I don't need any more stone. I'm never gonna use all these stones. But the reason I do like to have a lot of rocks is because whenever, see, I can even go in my build menu and build more things with the backpack still on there. The reason I like to have so many rocks is because whenever I get where I'm going to eventually live, I use a lot of stone walls. And because boulders are non-renewable, whenever I'm at a place that has a lot of them, I try to take everything I can get. I have no idea what that sentence means. That's why I'm kind of hoarding so many rocks. I'll probably... I'm not likely to find an area that is that heavily populated with boulders anywhere else. So I have to stock up on them while I can. Flint I'll find laying around in other places, but rocks I won't. And I think I dropped a lot of grass when I lost Chester, so I'm going to continue to pick grass. Poor Chester. Oh, there's a piggy. I have a lot of gold, too. Now, also carrying a backpack like this, I don't think I'll be able to take it with me if and when I teleport. I really don't think they would let something like that slide. Now, if I wanted to give something, like you can give food to the pig, I would have to put the backpack down to do something like that. Bacon! Zelda just named my pig Bacon. The pigs do get names if you tame them. Like if you give them meat to eat and they become your friends, they do have names. What was that outhouse-like thing you passed? That was a pig house. They exist, quote-unquote, naturally, and the pigs go in him at night. And you can build a pig house. It costs 6 pig skins, though, which you have to kill pigs to get, and killing pigs, especially since the update, is really difficult. How are we looking here on the map? Oh, wow, I went a huge circle. I'm gonna cover the rest of this. These are graves. You can dig up graves, and sometimes find gold laying around them. Anyway, if you build a pig house, it will spawn a pig. And if you kill that pig, it will spawn another pig about a day later. You can't burn them down, you can't knock them down, you can't go in them. They are just for the piggies. Fireflies. That's one of my new favorite things, is catching fireflies, and then you put them in the chests. And the chests glow at night. It's pretty cool. I was starting to talk about graves. You dig up the graves. Can you not build like a bow or something else for ranged combat? It has to be. So there are 2 ranged weapons. There are sleep darts and there are fire darts. The sleep dart will put to sleep whatever it is that's attacking you, and you can either run away or then attack it. The fire dart will catch it on fire. I've never used a sleep dart, and I've not had good luck with a fire dart. This is the tiniest swamp ever. That's not what I wanted to do. Damn it. I missed a spot. Invincible wall of pig houses, yeah. See you later, Lord X. I've not used a sleep dart. I'm gonna go through that wormhole in a minute. And I've not had good luck with the fire darts. I've used them on 2 different mobs. I've used them on a spider queen, because they're terrifying and I can't get near enough to them to combat them. And I've used them on a hound. Neither of these things were killed by the fire dart. Both caught on fire, neither were killed. Not even the hound. And hounds are like barely stronger than spiders. I think they die in 6 hits. A spider queen, at least I can understand, because she's like one tough bitch. It made no sense for the hound not to die. So I don't really see the point. But then again, they're pretty cheap to make. If you get reeds, sometimes reeds are difficult depending on your proximity to a swamp, but it's a fire dart is 1 reed, 1 bee stinger you get from killing a bee, and a redbird feather for the fire dart, and then the sleep dart is a blackbird feather. Hey, come back here, spider. I want to tickle you with my axe. Where's my axe? I just built an axe, didn't I? Oh, duh. It's too far away. I can't carry any more stuff. I was really hoping to find and put together the teleporter, you know, at a reasonable time. But here it is. It's been a week of in-game time, and I've not found it. I've also not built a science machine because, well, I don't know, I was just trying to put the teleporter together. I'll build a science machine because I can. I could always build another one later if I absolutely have to. Also, beefalo, if that's what you meant by... that's what Zelda said. If that's what I meant by what? I wasn't really looking for beefalo because I wasn't going to get into a lot of farming. Because I'm playing adventure mode, I just want to teleport and then get to the next level. So I meant the science machine, and there's certain things that I can build now that I couldn't build before. Like a straw hat, because, you know, I will need one of those, surely. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to build some prototypes, because there are going to be items that I need to make when I'm out and about, and I have to be at a science machine to make at least the first one. So rope, I'm definitely going to need. Boards, I'm definitely going to need. Cut stone. I'm going to need a straw roll, for sure. I'm going to need some carrots. The straw roll lets you sleep through the night. You wake up really hungry, but it makes it the next day, so if you don't have enough resources to get you through the night or something, then a straw roll is great to have. A chest, okay, I'm gonna wanna, well, yeah, I may as well. So I'm going to make 3 boards, and then I'm going to turn them into a chest. And I'm not going to put anything in it because I don't plan on moving in here. A fishing rod I'm not going to make because I've only got 2 silk, and I don't want to waste them on a fishing rod. I think a bug net would be a little more useful. But, well, see, here's where I run into a problem. I made too many of these. I don't want to carry a bug net because I don't want it to take up an inventory slot. But if I need one later and I haven't built a science machine to make it, I won't be able to make it because I haven't made a prototype. So I think I'm going to go ahead and make it. Worst case scenario, I have to just drop it later and I've wasted the resources. But if I want to catch bees later or fireflies, I'm definitely going to need the bug net. Oh, and I'm going to want a spear for fighting. So that's going to be 1 more rope and a spear. A log suit is also really good to have. See, I'm taking up all my inventory slots. Oh, see? I don't even have logs. What was that? 2 ropes? But I'm out of grass. I think I have some in my other backpack. Okay. This is kind of getting ridiculous, and I don't have any grass there. I'm gonna dump some stuff, because I'm just realizing that even if I teleport, I'm gonna have to dump some of this stuff. So it's stupid to carry it around. I don't want to leave the eye bone, because when Chester does respawn, he's going to... he'll find me as long as I have that. And shit, my carrots went stale. So those aren't doing me any good. This is probably the trickiest thing I've run into so far in adventure mode, is I don't want to drop my stuff, but I can't, I can't take it all with me. Seeds I don't want to leave, that's the only food item I have right now. Oh, I don't have to empty this entirely because I have my other backpack. Okay, I'm gonna put this stuff on the floor. I'm gonna open my other backpack and see what I've got in there. Rocks, more rocks. Jeez, I've got a lot of rocks. Okay, I definitely don't need one cut stone for any reason. Pine cones I'm going to keep, and I'm going to tell you why. If and when I do get a tree guard or an ent, the best way to get rid of them is to start planting trees near them, because then they're like, oh, okay, well you're cool, because you're planting more trees. They get angry when you cut them down, and then when you plant more, it kind of placates them. But then if you start cutting them down again, they'll come back to life. Just do it somewhere else, not near them. Okay, so I'm going to cut down trees, and I'm going to make a log suit. Zelda asks, how did winter go? Not well. I died my second night of winter. I couldn't hang. Oh good, I can show you how the bedroll works. I'm gonna wake up starving, but, you know, that'll just make it a little more interesting because I'll have to find food. Sleep. And you can't do that if the sun is out. You can only do that if it's dusk or night. You can also make a tent that you can sleep in during the day, and it'll make it the next day, and you don't wake up hungry. But I don't really think that the tent is worth it, because it costs like 6 or 8 spider silks. I'm sorry, but I have better things to do with my spider silk. Oh, I needed more grass so I could make the log suit. Darn it! I don't want to go too far from my science machine, do I? So the whole point is that I wanted to make a log suit. I'm really hungry, so I think I'm going to have to cook all of my seeds to eat them, because I don't have anything that'll fill me up any better than that. Is there no grass anywhere? Come on. There we go. Alright, now I can go make a log suit. At the science machine. Fireflies! I can catch them now because I have a bug net. Yay! I just don't have any inventory space for them. Now, lucky for me, science machines show up on the map. I have a tendency to get lost. What was I doing? Log suit. Alright. Ta-da! Log suit is armor, so I can put it on. It takes the backpack slot, so I never want to get too far away from my backpack while I have it on. But if I hear hounds coming or something like that, I can just equip it real quick and go fight them. Okay, so I'm gonna continue to look around for the rest of the things for the teleporter. and, you know, probably have some dinner and whatnot. And, you know, maybe I'll be on again later, or maybe I'll just not. But later on in the week for sure. Anyway, I'm gonna go, and thanks everybody for stopping by. I had a lot of fun, and I hope to do well in this whole adventure mode thing. Wish me luck, because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need it. Bye!